Hello and welcome back. Welcome to day 13 of our Flow Mantra Challenge. I am so excited that you are back for day 13. Let me just take a moment just to let that sink in. We have been together for 13 whole days. This is amazing. So for today's practice, I want you to get a block if you have it available. If not, a pillow or something that can support you in your practice. And let's get into day 13. As we settle here, getting into our practice, I want to share with you today's mantra. Today's mantra is I am supported. And you have my support 100%. Feel free to always reach out if you need to. I am here for you. This practice, we're going to have a little bit of support, right, as we get into the practice. That's why I said definitely have some blocks if it's available, maybe even a pillow or a bolster, because we're going to use those props in today's practice. So as we bring ourselves to the breath, bring that awareness into the body, just allow yourself to come to a nice, gentle seat, bringing that awareness back into your body, giving yourself a moment of stillness. We come back to the mantra, I am supported. Take a moment, not even just supported in your body, but supported in your everyday life, your practice. Support is really big. We give support and we receive support. But right now, I need you to know that you are supported. I am supporting you and with you 100% of the way. So as we take a moment just to breathe that in, feel free to bring your palms up towards the sky. Taking some breaths here, really letting that mantra sink in. With every mantra that we take, we internalize it. And the same is for I am supported. We're going to inhale in through the nose. Exhale, release, open mouth. Starting our Ujjayi breathing, close mouth, inhale in. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. And if you're feeling full, you're feeling supported, maybe even thinking about someone who may need some support right now, and sending a little intention their way. We're going to bring those hands to heart center, our thumbs into our chest. Taking one more inhale in and exhale with a closed mouth. Taking those hands down by our side. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Lift through the chest. On that exhale, hinge forward, bringing your hands down onto your mat. Allowing that forehead to drop. Feel that stretch on your lower back. Gently walk over to your right side. Walk those hands over. Taking your forearms down onto the mat. And walking your hands over to the opposite side. Gently coming back to center. Maybe getting a little bit lower. And on that inhale, I'm going to walk those hands up towards a nice comfortable seat. We're going to flip our legs, so cross our legs the opposite way. So whatever way your leg was crossed, we're going to cross it the opposite way. Get nice and comfortable. We're going to do the same thing. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Lift up through the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Come on down. Maybe noticing one hip might be a little bit tighter than the other. With every breath, just get a little bit more comfortable into this forward fold. Walking your hands over to the right side. And then over to your left. Gently walking your hands back to center. Maybe noticing if your body can get a little bit more comfortable in this posture the second time around. And on that inhale, walking your hands back up to a comfortable seat. I'm going to uncross those legs, shake them out in front of you. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to take our feet out nice and wide. Take your feet out nice and wide. Flex your toes back towards your body. Taking those feet out nice and wide. Maybe grabbing your block if it's handy. Taking that block any way you like, starting in the high, medium, or low position. We're going to inhale, bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, take those hands down onto the block wherever you are. You can still lift up through the chest, allow those forearms to come down. Flexing your toes back towards your body. With every exhale, just let your body get a little bit more comfortable. Maybe you come forward a little bit more. This is our supported postures. So we are supporting ourselves on the block. Maybe you can go down a little bit further. Just listen to your body today, wherever you are. And on that inhale, gently walk your hands back up towards your body. Bring those feet together. Butterfly the feet out here. So take the butterfly out. Hold on to your feet. Gently press away. Lifting up through your chest as well. Take 2 more breaths. And on that next inhale, we're going to close those thighs up. Come over to one side as we transition to our tabletop position. You can move your block over to the side. We won't need it right now. Coming into our tabletop position, just rocking those hips from left to right. Inviting movement. Taking a moment of stillness, tuck your toes, push back to downward facing dog. Tucking your chin into the chest, walk the gaze up the leg. Push away with your fingers. Shaking your head yes and no. When you're ready, bring that gaze towards the hands, gently walking the feet towards your hands. We're in a forward fold. Take a moment here with your hands down onto the mat, or maybe even inviting the hands on the blocks. Just gently rock your body from side to side. Noticing your toes as you gaze down. Gently shift the weight into the balls of the feet. Feeling that weight shift into the balls of the feet. Just rock yourself from left to right. Feeling the backs of your legs start to activate. Coming to stillness, coming into that forward fold. Tucking your nose towards your knees. This is our first one, so feel free if you need to invite a small bend into the knees. Release the hands back down. Come to a flat back. Plant your hands down, step back into your plank pose or your tabletop position. Lower yourself down. Chaturanga, push up, upward facing dog. And shift the weight back to downward facing dog. Press away with your fingers. Shift the weight back towards your heels. Gently walk your gaze up your legs, tucking your chin into your chest. We're going to take our right leg, bring it up towards the sky, keeping your hips square as much as possible. We're going to bend the knee, arch the spine, bring it through to frame the hands, pivot your back foot, cartwheel open to a warrior two. Bend into that front knee as you push the weight back onto the pinky toe edge of your back foot and press into the front foot. Bring that gaze over your ring finger. We're nice and strong in our warrior pose. See if you can lift up through the chest. Inhale to reverse. Maybe inviting a small bind as we bring that back hand over to gently rest onto the thigh. We're lifting up. On that exhale, come to your side angle, whatever variation. Feel free to have that block down if you'd also like to keep your hand on the block. I'll show you that pose here. Invite that bend back into the knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Again, if you'd like to bind the arm, this is our beginner bind here. On that exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. We're going to take our hands down to frame our foot, placing the block off to the side, step back and flow. Shift the weight into the heels, press away with your fingertips. Tuck the chin into the chest. Going to the other side, lift your left leg. Bend the knee, bring it through. Frame the hands, pivot your back foot. Cartwheel open to your warrior two on your opposite side. Nice strong arms here as you put that bend into the front knee. On the edge of the back pinky toe. On that inhale, we're going to reverse our warrior. Again, if you'd like to bind here, you can. And on that exhale to side angle, you can reach for your block or place your hand down onto the center. Again, this is our supportive practice. So if you'd like to grab your block, feel free. Place it onto the hand, bring the gaze up, bring the arm over. On that inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Last one, inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle. We're going to bring our hands back down to frame our foot. You can place your block over to the side, step back and flow through. Push away with the fingers, tuck the chin. Bring bringing the gaze toward your hands, walk to the top of your mat. Come back to your forward fold. On that inhale, we're going to bring our arms up overhead. Extended mountain, hands to touch. On that exhale, bring our hands down into our mountain pose. Just allow your body to relax here in our standing posture. Take a minute to ground yourself down, feeling all four corners of your feet on your mat. Maybe turning those palms towards the front of your mat, letting your shoulders relax. We're going to inhale, bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Placing both hands down onto the mat, we're going to step that right foot gently behind us. Coming to our pyramid pose, gently have your leg out to the side. Lower your body down. Taking your head towards your knee. On that inhale, take the foot back up to the front. Come back to your forward fold. Placing your hand back down, step your left foot back to your pyramid pose. Bring your head back towards your knee. On your inhale, bring your foot back up to the front. We're going to heel toe our feet out nice and wide, almost as wide as your mat. As you begin to squat your body down, take your block, take it right underneath your body where you have a seat on your block. Come up to the side. Now feel free to start off in your high position. If you feel like you can come a little bit deeper and go into that medium or the low position, do whatever works for you. So just take a moment, readjust if you need to. Take your elbows to the inside of your thighs wherever you are. Just gently nudge those knees back. Allow your body to lift, your chest to lift. Take a moment here. You can bring that drishti point right in front of you. Relax your shoulders. We're going to take one more breath. And on that exhale, we're going to place our hands down onto the mat. Bring your bottom up into that wide forward fold. Gently walk your hands over to your left foot. And then walk those hands over to your right. Gently coming back to center. We're going to begin to squat down one more time. Squat down onto your block. Get nice and comfortable. Come up. Now maybe if you notice you got into that pose a little bit easier, maybe you can come down to one level. So maybe taking it down to medium or down to low, wherever you are. If it feels uncomfortable, feel free to come right back to where you were. Just noticing if your body is a little less resistant. We're all about being supported in this practice today. So let your props support you. Let your body just feel the stretch. And on that exhale, we're going to take our hands down as we bring our bottom up first into that wide forward fold. Walk your hands over to your left foot. And then over to your right. We're going to take the block in our hand as we come all the way up, lifting the block all the way up over our head. Slide back, bend here. And on that exhale, bring the block back down. Bring your feet back into your mountain pose. Very nice. You can take your block and you can set it off towards the back of your mat because we are going to come back to that in a second. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up overhead for our extended mountain pose. On that exhale, we hinge forward. Inhale, bend the knees, squat all the way down onto your bottom, come down onto your bottom. Shift your feet forward, tuck your tailbone under as you come down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give it a rock from left to right. Just notice how that feels. Giving your lower back a little bit of a massage. That always feels nice. We're going to take our feet up towards the ceiling. Spread your toes out nice and wide. Wiggle your toes. And then hug your knees back into your chest. Take your knees out nice and wide where each knee is towards the shoulder. So take it out nice and wide. Give it a little rock. So this is a pre-happy baby pose. I'm going to take our feet down onto the mat. Toes are tracking forward. Our feet are going to be hip distance apart. Readjust your shoulders if you need to. We're going to walk our heels in towards our fingertips. Now we're getting ready for our bridge pose, but this time we're first going to start in a nice supported bridge pose to start. So take your block. We're going to lift our hips up. So take the block right underneath of your lower back and just support it. I would say to start off in a medium or a low position. So actually, all right, bring your knees down, hip distance apart, toes are tracking forward. We're going to walk our heels in towards our body. If your fingertips touch, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. We're going to do a supported bridge pose. And with the supported bridge pose, we're first going to start off with our block. So let's start off in the low position. So lift your hips up and just take your block right underneath your hips. Readjust wherever you need to. And just notice how your body feels in this supported bridge. So our hips are lifted slightly off the ground. We have our toes tracking forward. Our shoulders are down into the mat. We have released any tension within our jaw and we're not clenching our teeth. Just let your hands rest by your side. Let's take the palms down towards the earth. Your gaze is up towards the ceiling. Take a moment here. Notice how you feel. We're going to begin to build from this posture. So we're going to press into the feet and see if you can just lift the hips just a little bit higher. So a little bit higher off the block. Just lift your hips. And on that exhale, lower your hip back down onto the block. Give yourself a moment to breathe. We're going to do that one more time. Press into the feet, lift your hips. See if you can lift your hips off of the block. Don't forget to breathe. And on that exhale, lower your hips back down. Maybe giving your knees a little rock from left to right. So we've started here. We noticed how that felt in that supported bridge. I want you to walk your heels in just a little bit more. So from this low position with our block, we're going to take it up to medium. So feel free, if this is where you are and you'd like to stay here, feel free. If you'd like to try it in medium, lift your hips up and turn your block to the medium position. Readjust wherever you need to. Turn that gaze back towards your ceiling. Press the palms down. Maybe walk the heels in to where your fingertips just touch. And when you're ready, within this position, we're going to lift our hips up. Now, maybe your hips lift off of the block. Maybe it doesn't as you press into the big toe. See if you can lift up just a little bit higher. Engage your quads. And on that exhale, lower yourself back down onto your block. Take a breath. We're going to do that one more time. So walk your heels in if you need to. Take the palms down onto your mat. We're going to do that one more time as we press into the feet. Lift the hips. Relax your shoulders. See if we can get our hips up just a little bit higher. Taking our hips off of the block. Take one more full cycle of breath. And on that exhale, lower your body back down. Give your knees a little rock. We're going to release the block. So lift your hips. Release the block. Come all the way down. Take your lower back all the way down into the block. Take your block off to the side. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a rock from left to right. It feels good to be in this position after you've lifted your hips up. So just take a moment to rock your knees from left to right. All right, we're going to take our feet back down. Our toes are going to track forward. But this time we're going to try our bridge all by ourselves without the block. All right, so we've gotten used to our hips being lifted. We can take our hands palm facing down as we walk our heels in towards our fingers. Bring that gaze towards the ceiling. Press into your toes. Lift your hips. Keep lifting as high as you can get them. Release any tension in your neck and your shoulders. See if you can lift up just a little higher. Take one full cycle of breath. And on that exhale, lower your body down. Hug your knees into your chest. Give your body another rock from left to right. I know you did an amazing job. Congratulations in advance. We're going to take our hands out to a T, come into that supine twist on one side, turning your gaze away from your knees. And when you're ready, keeping your knees together as much as possible, bringing the knees back up to center and over to the opposite side, turning your gaze away from your knees. And hugging your knees back into your chest. We're going to lower our feet down onto the mat, knees bent, as we prepare for our final Savasana pose. Feel free to keep a bend into your knees, maybe taking any pressure off of your lower back. Allow your body to settle here, taking your palms up towards the sky. We're coming back to our mantra. I am supported. Letting that sink in as we release tension from the crown of our head down to our toes. letting our body relax and melt into the mat with every breath, releasing tension in your body, the crown of your head, your shoulders, your lower back, your toes. Letting your body feel nice and supported here. As you continue to breathe, you can say the mantra rather aloud or to yourself. I am supported. As we take 2 cleansing breaths in silence, just really internalizing our mantra for the day, or maybe even sending a little bit of support to someone else. Gently bringing awareness back into your body and back into this space. Wiggle your fingers and toes, letting your breath get a little bit deeper. You're going to bring those knees in towards the chest, one at a time. Roll over to your side. And when you're ready, come back to a comfortable seat. Taking those hands to heart center. I thank you for showing up for you today. I thank you for being a part of day 13. I am supporting you 100% along the way. I wish you a great day or evening. Namaste. We've completed another day from our challenge. I am so excited that you're sticking in there and you're completing this journey. This journey is going to be awesome. These next few days are going to be the ones that make you, because we're now starting the process. And when we're under those 15 days, you really get to make a journey, make a challenge for yourself. So this is where the habit starts to come in. If you don't already have an accountability buddy, make sure that you get someone that you can keep honest on this practice, right? It's not only just for you, it's for them as well. And when you have a buddy, you tend to stick with it. Also, if you don't have a buddy, please reach out to me, tag me on social media. Let me know how you're enjoying the practice. I really enjoy this journey and this challenge just as much as you do, and I get a lot out of it. So I really like to hear how you're doing in the journey. Let me know if it's anything that I can help with. I thank you so much for being a part of this 30-day challenge, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.